Hello, my name's Simonize, and welcome to part 2 of the stream for April the 8th. We did an Old War 10 already, going between 2 different rogues, getting some loot on both of them, and now we're done with the Old War. We're going to be doing some solo content on the rogues. We're going to go into Magister's Terrace, Karazhan, Zul'Gurub, and Molten Core, farming mounts and bindings in all of those raids. Or dungeons. You know, raids or dungeons, whatever. We're using a special talent specialization that's designed for soloing. And you can see that right here. The combat, we're getting a lot of good defensive talents like deflection and repost. And we go all the way down to 4 points in Prey on the Weak. And then we put the rest of the points in subtlety. Getting some stuff early on. Ghostly Strike is a really nice one. Setup is really good as well. And then we get preparation, so we can use the second evasion, and hemorrhage. And for the glyphs, we don't actually have the correct glyphs in right now. We want evasion as one of them. Cloak of Shadows is going to be another. And then we'll switch between either Fan of Knives or Hemorrhage, depending on the situation. For most of these bosses, we're going to be fine with the Hemorrhage glyph. Now, this talent spec is not necessary for most of these, but it certainly makes it a lot easier. The only other special thing we're doing here is we've got some weapons with Life Ward enchant, and I'm using a Dark Moon card heroism. All these elements, they aren't necessarily required to do these solos, but they do make it easier. So if you're struggling, you might want to try incorporating some of these tactics compared to a compared to like a regular raiding setup. Also, we are live on Twitch, as you've seen. The chat above me has been going crazy. Okay, you need a good hook at the start of the YouTube intros, or else people, they don't stick around. We're going to start with Magister's Terrace, as it has been voted on by the live Twitch chat. So all you YouTube people, you could have voted on this if you were here live. Okay, that's all the more we're going to do to appease the YouTube audience, okay? I aggroed that, I didn't mean to. Stun. Magic dampening field? No, sir. Okay, let's just move on. We didn't mean to aggro those. Go to the first boss. You have to kill all the bosses in here. And to get into Heroic Magister's Terrace, which is the version of it where the mount actually drops, like you don't get the mount in normal mode, you have to do an attunement. You have to pick up a quest on the Isle of Kael'thas that tells you to do normal mode Magisters, and then you do normal mode Magisters, you turn in the quest, you're attuned. So it's just like one dungeon run of normal mode gets you attuned up and ready to go for heroic mode of Magister's Terrace. Now we're going through some consumable buffs here. We've got Drums of Forgotten Kings, Drums of the Wild, Rune Scroll of Fortitude, Scroll of Agility 7. This could be Scroll of Agility 8. That would be better. And then Blackened Dragonfin is Agility buff. And then we're doing Scroll, or Elixir of Mighty Agility, and Elixir of Mighty Fortitude. All these buffs, they tend to give us both offense and defense power, which is good when you're soloing. Both of those things are relevant. We'll go Instant Poison main hand, Deadly Poison offhand. We got our first, like, actual combat section here of killing these guys. I'm just gonna take them out with a lot of Fan of Knives. Any rogue worth his sale has saw a couple of your vids, mate. Power to the rogues, that's what I say. Hell yeah, dirty balls. I've been at this for a while at this point. Being the rogue guy. Worth his salt. Oh, okay, you meant worth his salt. I hadn't heard the worth his sale expression before, but I kind of got the gist of it. Asocial Cynic says, "Hey Simon, what's up? Well, we finished our Ulduar 10 today. We got some sweet loot. We put 2 different rogues into Ulduar 10 in the same run just because they needed different loot. And we got loot on both of them, so that was sweet. And now we're doing some solo content. Doing mount runs, Magister Terrace, Molten Core, Karazhan. Gonna get, we're definitely gonna get a mount. Definitely today, we're going to get a mount. For sure, you guys. Let me put up the prediction right now, so it's even more obvious. Like, you guys can all gamble your channel points. Will Swift White Hawkstriker drop? 30-minute submission period. Yep, okay, there we go. Prediction is up for the mount that drops in this run, or in this instance. The one thing we forgot to do was buy healing food, but luckily we have a lot of bandages. We'll sort that out after this run and get some actually good healing food. Do I PvP at all? Not really. Every once in a while I wind up in an arena, but it's definitely not a focus for me. Little expose armor on him. Big rupture. Generating more energy than I can spend with my stupid hemorrhages. He's not even attacking me right now. Now I'll do my ghostly strike now that he's attacking me again. No sense getting a dodge bonus while he's channeling some stupid spell. And he's dead. We got shoulder plates of Ooh, 6 gold vendor. That's not bad. Remember to loot your badge of justice. Where is Dust's boot blade? I literally don't have a boot blade on this character. We've tried so hard, but these are our like main assassination weapons, Kingsbane, Fang of Oblivion. And these weapons are the ones we're using for soloing with double life ward enchants. There isn't even a boot blade in the good weapon set. Okay, we're gonna have to use Blackened Dragonfin as healing food for a little bit for this run. Dude, going into Wintergrass with a juiced out like item level set that you use for Flame Leviathan is actually pretty fun. You have like giga high item level, and then you just pilot a Demolisher in Wintergrasp, and it's kind of hilarious. Okay, where's my shoot button? I don't have a shoot button. Okay, well, whatever. Oh, I need a throw button. There we go. What? Evade? Oh no, all the other dudes are coming in too. Wait, that's all the fish. I didn't mean to pull all of the fish. Evasion, cloak, ghostly strike. This is too many fishes at once. Should I vanish? Am I gonna actually die to these? No, we're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Bandage quickly, and then we can go into the boss while we still have a little bit of this damage buff. But actually, no. We should just full heal. We'll be fine. The boss gives us his own damage buffs, and we'll be fine for sure. Let me just put the healing potion on the bar just in case we're not totally fine. You know. Okay. Pure energy. Good. Pure energy. We now have plus 200% damage. Yeah, that boss is great. And he dropped something that vendors for 12 gold. Not bad. 30 Balls says, in our 2 10-mans, we have had 2 all seasons. The boot blade you're talking about, I guess? Yeah. I wish we could get more. I could get more of those. Dude, it's like, this character has 0 boot blades. My main actually doesn't need a boot blade. Like, it has 1 boot blade and 1 blade twister. But then, like, my other ult also could benefit from another boot blade. She's like, please hook me up with some boot blades. Edge of Oppression is your new... Yeah, dude, it's 1.3. It's super fast. That's good, right? Fortunately, Paper Cutter is where it's at. We don't even need to heal up for the next boss. The next boss is pretty easy. Got Blade Twister last night for 17k. Dude, I would buy a Blade Twister for 17k in a heartbeat. Easy. Easy purchase. You'd buy it for 170k? I mean, if I had... Look, you know the raid where I spent 230,000 gold? If I had that much gold, yeah, I would have bought it for 170k. Now I don't have that much gold anymore. So it's a little bit harder to spend that much gold. We don't have Adrenaline Rush. Is this a good idea or nah? I think we'll be fine. Oh my god, they got the heal off. Oh my god, I got disarmed. Okay, this was possibly not the greatest idea to do this without Adrenaline Rush. Turns out Adrenaline Rush, you know, one of the best talents in the combat tree, is actually important to have it available when you do things. Okay, fucking mage ice blocking. Are you serious right now? Any day now. File the Sunwell, Pog. Remember to loot your badge. Yeah, prediction is up for the mount. The believers are at 670 points. The doubters are coming in strong with 26,000 points. I'm not sure what the drop chance on this mount is. I'm just going to assume it's 1% like basically every other mount. Alright, we gotta heal up again. This pack, for some reason, tends to hurt me a lot. So, we're gonna heal up beforehand. What do you think? If we go Dwarf form, wait, no, we'll save Dwarf form for more difficult boss. We'll go Blood Elf form with my Orb of the Sindori. Also, I want to look at my healing done. Runic Healing Injector, Heroism, healed me for about as much as the potion did on the last fight. Pretty good. Go Blood Elf form. Cool. Spin jump. 2, 3, 4. We got it on 4th try. Trying to not use cooldowns here so I can just use them all on the boss. Yeah, we're fine. That hit me for a lot of damage. Holy crap. Okay. The Stoppable Force? Wait, this vendor's for like 2 gold. I'm looting that.
But Tempest Keep was merely a setback. Did you honestly believe I would trust the future to some blind half-night elf?
Asocial Cynic says, you can't wear Embrace currently without either Yogg Belt, Icy Soldiers, Ag Blasters, so it's not right now. Can you not... Wait. That's a very unique situation. Mostly people are trying to get Embrace because they have way too much expertise on their gear. And then, like, you need Embrace to not be overcapped and, like, allow you to wear those other pieces. But if you have none of the expertise pieces, that's kind of insane. I mean, you could put on, like, instead of Soul Devouring, you could do Belt to Twilight Assassin. That's what I was using right before I got Soul Devouring Cinch here. Wait, I need to heal. Oh my god, this healing is so slow. 750 health per second. Excuse me, I've got 24,000 health. We definitely need to buy some better food. Okay, now we just kill the boss. You do want to kick his fireballs. They hurt quite a bit. If I can't kick it, I'll cloak it. And I'm saving... Yeah, Blade Flurry is being saved for the Phoenix. Just a little healing. Blade Flurrying still. Okay. This phase, you just have these big bubbles, and y'all want to run far away from them. They'll slowly move towards me. When they get a little bit closer... Yep, we'll just go through, and then we get a little bit more DPS time on the boss until those bubbles come back. If I let them touch me, they deal me a bunch of damage, which is not great. And now we just finish off the boss here.
Do not get too comfortable.
There we go. There we go. Easy, easy. Okay, last chance to get your prediction in for will the Hawkstriker drop. We are in Blood Elf mode. This is on Blood Elf Island, so that, you know, gives us some, you know, increased chance, obviously. I'm just kidding. I'm making that up. We got 16% believers, 84% doubters. Ending submissions right here. Let's check the loot. Primal Nether. Badge of Justice. Quickening Blade. Ooh, 12 gold. 12 more gold. These bosses tend to drop things that vendor for a fair amount of gold. But not the mount, apparently. Okay, next up, what do we want to go? Where do we want to go next? I think Karazhan had the second highest number of votes. So we can go to Karazhan. That's like the difficult one. Well, I'm trying to think what the fastest way to get there is. I think it's Hearthstone. But if I Hearthstone, then I don't have a way to get out of Karazhan. And I'm thinking, what's the worst? I think I should just Hearthstone now. Can you solo Attumen? Yes, yes, yes. We did it on my main. This character is a little less geared, but it should be fine. Oh, do I have Wormhole? Yes, but it has 2 hours, 90 minutes remaining on cooldown. I don't have the Dalaran ring on this character. Equip your Atiesh? Yeah, right. Let's see. To get to Karazhan... Oh, we could do Karazhan and then Zul'Gurub, because that's actually pretty close. And then we could finish up with Molten Core. Yeah, we didn't even use our preparation that entire time. Grinding the Tabard for Trial of the Crusader? Nah. I CBA on... Oh, Portal to Blasted Lands? Do I actually want that? Closer to Karazhan? I mean, otherwise... If I portal to Blasted Lands, I have a long way to run. I'm just gonna go take the Duskwood flight point. That might be faster though, Blom Blom. I just can't be asked to do friggin' daily quests for a rep grind. That I didn't do that for Shattered Sun in TBC. I can't be bothered doing that in Wrath either. That's not interesting. There's a tabard you can get from the Trial of the Crusader dailies that are out in Icecrown Citadel that teleports you, like, if you get the tabard, it has an activated effect that it teleports you to the, you know, tournament grounds, the Trial of the Crusader, you know, instance area. Yeah, having a lot of teleports is actually really nice. My main has almost every, like, teleport thing I can get. And is pretty handy. Will Fiery Warhorse drop? Choose outcomes, yes or no. Okay, new prediction is up. Of all the mounts that we're farming, this one I'm most hyped for, because it's pretty cool, I'd say. Is that tabard you're talking about available now? I believe so. I think so. You like a bunch of the Argent tournament stuff is available. I think you can, if you can't actually get it, you can progress towards it. Is that right? Does someone in chat know better about that? Like, can you progress towards, like, the reputations or whatever that you need? You can. Okay, yeah. Okay, so from that instance, we got 7 gold, 6 gold, 1250, 12, 1230. Got a fair amount of gold from doing Magister's Terrace Heroic. Item level 115 epics. Oh, do I have lockpick? Oh, this could be a problem. 352 lockpicking. That should be enough to open the Karazhan door. Otherwise, there's probably 24 paladins outside anyways, spam opening the door. You know, it's not really a problem if I can't open the Karazhan door myself. And there's a way you can, like, clip through the back of the building and, like, get into the instance portal without even needing the key at all. It's a little bit weird. Corpse res inside the gate. Yes, you can do that too. This boss, Attumen and Garr in Molten Core are definitely the most difficult solos right now. So it's not a guaranteed thing that I just get it first try. I might get unlucky with, like, getting, you know, not dodging as many attacks as I expect to, or, like, not getting very many crits so he doesn't go down quickly. When you get to stuff that's a little bit more on the difficult side, a little bit on the edge of what's possible or not, your attempts start to come down to, like, did you get lucky enough? Did you get more dodges? Did you get more crits? That kind of thing. And, like, you end up, if it's really, like, on the edge of what's possible or not, you really end up just being, like, you know, doing multiple attempts until you get sufficiently lucky. Can you solo the Raptor boss? It was hitting hard. Yeah. The strategy is to basically only fight it when evasion is up and kite it around when evasion is not available. We'll do that after Karazhan. And I'll have to invite one of you guys in to loot the Raptor mount if it drops, because this character already has the Raptor mount. Okay, let's go Indestructible Potion and then log out. The purpose of this trick is while I'm logged out, my potion cooldown is going to continue ticking down, but the buff duration from the Indestructible Potion is not going to continue ticking down. So when I log back in, my potions will be almost ready, and I'll still have a minute 40 seconds on the Indestructible Potion. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on, but there's always dozens of people outside Karazhan. I have to assume they're just farming stuff. I don't know what percentage of them are bots. So we just chill here for like 30, 40 seconds or whatever. There are no bots anymore. All banned. True. True. Blizzard said they banned 120,000 bots, and therefore, that's all of them. Okay. We go in, and then we just pull the boss. We're saving our cooldowns for when the boss splits in two. Just a quick double check on my buffs. Yeah, that looks good. Scroll is up. Yep, okay. I tabbed over to the Huntsman to do another repost so that his attacks would be slowed also, because I already slowed Midnight's attacks. So putting another repost debuff on the horse wasn't going to help me. I should have evasioned earlier just to get it on cooldown right away. Okay, now we're into phase 3. This is the final section. He can do a knockdown stun on me, which is pretty yikes. I usually take a bit of damage there, if that happens. And he will do a curse on me periodically that makes me miss a whole lot. But so far... Oh, here's the curse. So you see I'm just kind of missing all these. Oof. Little difficult, but we're making it. We're way ahead. Like, he's got less health than us. We're looking good here. Big eviscerate. Yeah. So the main thing is you want to, like, use your 2 evasions early. We didn't even need to do anything with the potion trick. We were fine here. But using Ghostly Strike as often as possible, using repost whenever it's up, is important. And then you're just maintaining Slice, Expose, Rupture for the most part. So, gotta close this prediction now. We got 14% believers, 86% doubters on the Fiery Warhorse. This is, you know, not representative of the actual drop chance of the mount. We have some, we have a lot of people in chat who have acquired some Simonized branded copium at the Simonized merch store, obviously. I mean, yeah, the mount will definitely drop. There's no way you bet 15% of the points, or even 17% of the points on Believe on a 1% drop if you ain't loving the copium, you know what I mean? So let's end the submissions, let's check the loot. Let's see what it is. It is not the loot, and it's not even 2 pages of loot, so I can't even juice it for extra suspense. That's unfortunate. That's a no on the Fiery Warhorse. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. We did get 38 gold, though. That's not bad. By the time we're done soloing all this stuff, we're probably going to have recouped the gold that we spent respecking. Must be a bug? Yeah. I'll submit the bug report after stream. I mean, I've decided it's just more efficient if I just submit one bug report for all the different mounts that didn't drop yet, instead of instead of submitting bug reports for each individual boss, and then it's like there's more for the, you know, Blizzard team to work on. That's probably, you know, I've just been flooding them with these bug reports of how to do this. Can you show Karazhan Gold Farm? No, that's not what we're doing on stream, but if you look on the YouTube, there's a lot of videos about doing Karazhan Gold Farming. Right now, we're doing solo mount farms. No, definitely, I would use a different talent specialization for that, too. We wouldn't do it with this. So now we go to ZG. So I'm just going to go back to the flight point in Darkshire, and then fly from Darkshire to ZG. And we'll go, is anyone in chat on Benediction Alliance side that wants to come in, have a chance at the Raptor mount? We're going to kill the Raptor boss, and I already have the Raptor mount, so I'd be happy to have any of you guys in here in ZG with me to just, like, loot the mount. This is a first come, first serve Whisper Simon 3 if you want it type of situation. Get the prediction up for the Raptor mount. We'll go for the Raptor first, then the Tiger. Why so many people around Karazhan? I don't know exactly. I mean, I presume they're doing some kind of gold farm. Got the Banjo-Kazooie music going in the background. It's nice. I'm off, dude. Was good to catch you live. Keep up the content, says Dirty Balls. Well, glad you could make it to the stream. I'll see you around. I know as Rogue in Karazhan, you can get around 500 to 600 gold per hour. And a long time ago, well, like months ago, I did like a whole stream where I spent like 4 hours in Karazhan. I'm like, okay, I've got, you know, a little over 2,000 gold from 4 hours of like farming Karazhan. And then I ended stream, and then like I was talking to my guildmate, I was like, yeah, I just got out of this Nax GDKP. You know, it took me 90 minutes and my payout was 6,000 gold. And it was at that moment that I realized farming gold in Karazhan is for suckers. And just like figuring out how you can get more characters to play in more GDKPs is the actual way to gain gold. It's like, these things don't compare in terms of like effort invested to gold return. We go all the way over to Westfall. Because for a Raptor mount, what we're going to do is we're going to use the Swiftness of Zanza to get a movement speed buff, and that's going to really help us with kiting the boss around. Farming gold in Karazhan is for suckers. Yes, it is. I mean, 500 to 600 gold per hour, like, come on. I mean, the problem is you get an instance lockout. You could get it up to like 8, 9, or maybe even 1,000 gold per hour if you didn't have an instance lockout, because you could just go so fast, just resetting the most optimal packs and going in and out of the instance super fast. But you get locked to 5 per hour, which means it's technically 5 per hour, but the way the system actually works is when you attempt to zone into an instance, it looks at how many unique instances you've been in the previous 60 minutes. So like the oldest instance gets chopped off only at the time you zoned out of it, not the time you zoned into it. So what that means is effectively, if you're nonstop instance farming, you've got to be doing 15-minute runs, or you're going to get stopped periodically and locked out because you zoned into too many unique instances. Okay, well, since no one from Twitch chat wants to be invited to my group to have Raptor mount Prio, I'm going to have to ask guild chat. Grob mob here, yeah. In classic World of Warcraft, we have to deal with servers that artificially restrict who you get to play with. And artificially restrict whether or not there's enough people to do content, you know, like leveling dungeons. It's kind of insane how we still have to deal with this server bullshit. Alright, we got someone from guild interested. Dude, look at my raptor. He's so cool. He's got a waggy tail. Just goes back and forth. Bipedal killing machine. Someone commented on my video about changes, and one of the changes was like talking about like this server thing is kind of fucked. And they seemed to be like commenting from the point of view of a game developer, and they were like, you know, talk about the bigger servers. I said like regional servers, like there's one North America server and there's one Europe server and whatever. And he was saying like, you know, this is, you know, really difficult to deal with code-wise. Would you be willing to pay an extra sub fee or a higher sub fee in order to get, you know, get this improvement to the game? And that really struck me as something weird. Like, if you're the game, like, I get that there's a reality of like game development is a business, you need to make money. But if you're withholding changes that you know are positive for the player base, and just being like, well, will you pay us more money if we do this change? It's like, you're not focused on making the best player experience, right? And, you know, as a game developer, I am not a game developer, but I would think that as a game developer, you should be really cautious of taking any kind of line where, like, your goal is something different than making the best experience for the player. Like, do that at your own peril, is what I would say. Oh my god, we're farming Mount for a friggin'... Oh my god, he's level 79! He's not even max level, and he's a warlock. Okay, well. That's what it is, I guess. The Activision Blizzard stock quarterly financials are insane. I'm surprised there isn't more monetization in WoW. I mean, it's kind of like how the industry is. Like, it is obviously a business, right? You know, you have to make money. But there are successful games that are very clear that they're putting the player experience first. And it shows in the game. Like Elden Ring is the most recent good example of that. It's like, this game was designed top down to be the best player experience it could be. And there's a lot of other games, like basically the standard these days is having a game where, like, you know there's elements in it that are negative for the player experience, that are designed to, you know, keep you hooked, keep you paying for microtransactions. Like, whenever there's a part of the game content, and then the game developer offers you the ability to pay money to skip that content, they're directly making it, like, it's so obvious that that's content that they know is not enjoyable by a lot of the players, and they're not incentivized in any way once that system is in place to make that part of the game an enjoyable experience. Because they're like, screw it, you know? If we make this fun, people will stop paying to skip it. And it's like, too many of these things, it's just like, instead of just being like, I'm going to make the best player experience possible, too many companies, I think, are taking the route of, will this make me the most money? And deciding on game features that way. Yeah, right, Clacko. The business doesn't... The business only cares about the player experience so far as it makes them more money. I'm saying, in the long term, that approach probably hurts the brand. Compared to the approach of, like, gonna make the best player experience possible, and then, like, we make as much money as we make, right? Okay, raid. We go to Raptor boss first. I'm not sure how close you can get to Raptor without him doing stuff to you, like gaze or whatever. Alright, we'll just go to Raptor. Just hard to get those investors giving money short term since they want the return on the investment. Yep, that's true. I don't really have, like, a solution for this. Like, this is a little bit of me just, like, complaining that this is the way the world is. And, like, you do have examples of developers that put player experience first, and you do have examples of the norm is, you know, player experience balanced with monetization. And, like, having things that are, like, very obviously not beneficial to the player experience in this, you know, with the goal of monetizing it better. This guy's in the way, bro. Okay, we have food buff. We have our Swiftness of Zanza for 20% move speed. We got Gift of the Wild. We got Fortitude. We're going to need a refresh on Scroll and Kings. Do we need to refresh any other buffs right now? I don't think so. I think we're good here. Food buff is still there. Yeah, okay. Oh, wait. We don't pull the boss right away. We gotta kill the raptors first. Oh, I shouldn't have sprinted. I could have just aggroed these on my mount to go into the second pack. We need this space to kite the boss around. So I gotta take these out. And then wait just a little bit. See if we get a raptor pet. Blue Bijou. The raptor pet is like... It doesn't sell very often, but when it sells for like 700 to 1,000 gold on this server. Okay, we have a little bit of time to wait on those cooldowns, so I'm gonna chill right here. I'm gonna be right back, take a quick bathroom break. I will be back, and then we will do the Raptor boss, okay? Okay, I'm back, and it looks like my cooldowns just became available, so perfect timing. Okay. Vile Branch Speaker. We kill this guy, and we literally hope that Dark Matter doesn't proc off of him. That's what we're doing. Nice. We gotta finish off Ogon. Okay. Boot away. Now we run. Oh, he got me. We run again. Yeah, so this is how you do Raptor Boss. It is kind of lame, but this guy hits too hard to do it any other way. Also, I need to, yeah, here we go. We need to get a skull marker on him so we can easily see him through the temple. And we just kite him around here like this until evasion's available again. We could take a moment to bandage ourselves. Get a good position where he's nice and far away from us. Wait, he's getting kind of close. I'm gonna keep it moving. Maybe a little too close for comfort there.
Stop casting.
10 seconds on evasion. This is a nice place to engage him because you can stay out of line of sight until he's like right on top of you. We'll start with a ghostly strike, then evasion, and then ghostly strike again, and that'll maximize the time we get to spend on him. Oh, both of our sprint effects are on cooldown. That's unlucky. Okay, get away, get away, get away. We took him down a fair amount of health. Where is he, though? There he is. Target.
Stop casting.
Hey, Simonize, how do you pre-pot on Mimiron? The combat start on Mimiron is inconsistent. You aggro him and he does an RP. You know, he yells and talks at you for a little while. And it's just inconsistent exactly when the combat starts. So you don't always get a perfect pre-pot, and even when you do, you know, it's not great. You're usually losing at least 5 seconds off of that potion time. The way I've been told to do it, and like when I do care about pre-potting on Mimiron, usually I just skip it, but you listen to his audio, and right before he says button, you know, he says, why would you press that button? Oh, fuck, hang on. That's not good. So, a problem with this boss is that the pathing around this temple is kind of weird. And you sometimes will clip parts of the ground that cause him to be unable to path to you. And what happens when a boss is unable to path to its primary threat target is that the boss... oh, geez, I got way too close to him. Is that the boss will then... Oh, geez, we're in trouble. Hang on. Wait, evasion's ready. I can just fight him. I can fight him. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Hang on. Yeah, so Mimiron... It's just inconsistent is basically the story. And you listen to his dialogue, and at one point in the dialogue, he'll say button. And you press your potion right before that. Okay, we got the boss down. Come on, we're good. Oh, I can, yeah, there we go, perfect. Okay, boss is dead. Easy, 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 easy. There we go. Okay, what's the prediction at? Let's look at it. 15% believers. Is no bolts going to get a mount? Let's see. End submission. Bloodlord's Defender. Primal Hikari Idol. We're in a group. It all pops up at once. That's a no mount right there. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. Choose outcome. That's a no. But don't worry, guys. We'll just predict on the next mount. Will Tiger mount drop? Yes or no? There we go. Oopsies. Oopsies. Okay. There. Don't worry. It'll be Tiger mount. Stealth through those, remount. I think those mobs are too close that, like, if you just try to run through them on stealth, they'll aggro on you. Remove the Warlock first. No, I said, when I asked for people, I said mounts, plural. So, fair's fair. Even though I don't have Tiger mount on this character, if it drops, it's still going, you know, it's no bolts gets it. I got him saved to this ZG. So there it is. Dusting off the old druid and raiding as feral tonight. I'm hyped on the new buff. Hell yeah. Would suck if it dropped? No, it'd be cool, because my buddy No Bolts would get a cool mount. Okay. Lorcon. Set focus. Honestly, we could use Fan of Knives glyph here, but it's really just unnecessary. Oh, I didn't get food. I forgot to get food when I was in town. Oh well, doesn't matter. We do need to make a change. We need to wound poison the Masticator. Wound poison helps on this boss. This boss is generally pretty easy. But wound poison helps because when he transitions from phase 1 into phase 2, if he had wound poison on him when you killed him, he will respawn with half health. Which you know, makes the next phase significantly easier. You know, in case you didn't guess, you know, the boss having half health, you know, that's pretty good. You can also disarm the boss, preventing him from doing... he does Mortal Strike, and he also... I think the boss is the one that disarms you. It might be Lorcan that does the disarms. But now Lorcan's really low, so I stopped doing my Fan of Knives. Yeah, now we're in the kill phase. These have to be killed within, like, 15 seconds of each other, or else they resurrect each other. So you do have to take them down somewhat evenly. There, you see he spawns with half health. Easy. He's not going to live long enough for Raptor to be good. Easy kill. Easy kill, you guys. Okay, Tiger Mount, what's the prediction looking like? 5% believers. 95% doubters. Ending submissions. Let's see it. That's not what I was trying to see. That vendor's for some gold, so I'll need roll it. Yikes. Okay. That's a no on the Tiger Mount. Unlucky. But don't worry, we still gotta do Molten Core for the binding runs. Mr. Stayer says, KSAR Feint is the best choice for Ignis. That depends on your kill times, if Killing Spree Glyph is actually giving you an extra usage of Killing Spree or not. What I'd recommend is you check out the Discord. In the Index channel, you can find a link to a Glyph recommendation wizard. Combat glyphs are highly variable and highly situational. So there's this wizard, it asks you 5 questions about what's going on, or what kind of boss you're dealing with, and then, you know, based on the response to those 5 questions, it tells you what glyphs you want to be using. Now, we need to vendor some of our loot before we go to Molten Core, just to free up some inventory room. Bloodlord's Defender, 7 gold, I like that. Zulian Slicer, 5 gold, that's not very much. Razzashi coin, Bijou, we can't vendor. Elegant leggings, we can disenchant that. I mean, is it even worth... It's probably not even worth the effort of, like, disenchanting and then selling that thing. That's so much more effort than just getting 1 gold 60 and moving on with your life. Let's see, do we need something special for Molten Core? No. I think we've got everything we want. And enough copies of the things. Oh, you know what I should do? I should put it on free-for-all. And then the loot won't pop up, and I can milk the loot window for extra suspense when we kill Garr and Geddon. Let's get on the flight, and then I will set up the prediction. We'll do Geddon first, then Garr. And then after that, we'll do a Blackwing Lair run to get the Elementium that we need to complete our Thunderfury, because we're going to get both of the bindings today, you guys. Okay? That's what's going to happen. We're going to get both of the bindings, and then we're going to go right into Blackwing Lair to farm Elementium so we can complete the Thunderfury in the same stream, because, again, this is all, you know, because we're getting both of the bindings today. Okay, prediction is up for the Geddon binding. Geddon is the easier of these 2 bosses, that's for sure. Garr is more difficult, I would say. I wonder if there's other, like, cool things. Like, we can do Iron Foe runs, but that's not as cool as a mount or a legendary. I'm trying to think of what other cool things there are that could be soloed. Like, are there any mounts out of heroic dungeons in TBC? Do you think we're at the level where we could solo Scotty for the blue Proto Drake and Utgard Pinnacle? I don't think so. I know Death Knights could do it, but it was like extremely difficult. But that was back in Phase 1. I mean, maybe our Giga Chad Rogue spec is good enough to do Utgard Pinnacle. We already did Magister's Terrace. We've done Magister's Terrace. We've done the Karazhan Horse. We've done the ZG bosses. And we're about to do the Molten Core ones. We've killed all of those before. Yeah, those are definitely possible. We've done them multiple times. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's going on. Ashes of Alar, definitely no on soloing Ashes of Alar. Not possible. Not close. How do you even solo Karazhan Mount Boss? You're going to have to look at the VOD for today's stream, or we did it in yesterday's stream also on a different character. Basically, we have this sweet talent build for soloing stuff. And then we used a bunch of consumable buffs, too. Look at all that. TK viewer rate? Oh, yeah, we should actually do that. Because I do actually need to still get Rod of the Sun King on Simonized 2. Simonized 2 is my only rogue that doesn't have Rod of the Sun King.
The dark times will
Wait, attunement to the core?
farewell.
Oh my god. This character isn't attuned to the core. The fuck? Okay, well that's actually easy. It's not a big deal. To BRD we go. We're just gonna swim through some lava, guys. It's no big deal. Lava jump time. Yep. Using the OG entrance. Let's see. I have enough lockpicking that I can lockpick the gates. When I remember I was playing on Simonized 2, who had one skill in lockpicking. So I couldn't lockpick the gate, and I came in here and I was not attuned to Molten Core. So I couldn't even go directly to the left and just, like, skip through this. I had to go into the arena area, complete the arena event, then go upstairs, then jump onto the bridge. Because my other rogue, when I attuned it to Molten Core, didn't even have lockpicking. Or the key. I mean, neither of these have the key. They just have enough lockpicking nowadays. It's actually probably faster. I should have gone the other way around. Whatever, doesn't matter. Easy. I bought a second Golden Serenite Dragon today for 5k to put Life Ward on it. I would do that, dude. If I could get another Serenite for 5k, yeah, you better believe I would do that just to put Life Ward on it. You know, push the limit of what is possible to solo. I think definitely before the end of Wrath, we'll be able to solo Scotty in Utgard Pinnacle. I have no idea how soon that's going to happen. Maybe it's possible now, and I just haven't tried it. Or maybe that's huge copium, and it's not even close. But shit, man, we dodge a lot. Look at this. 37% dodge, 11% parry. That's 48.8% mitigated incoming attacks. Wait, why did my... Oh, and I'm losing buffs. I don't even have full buffs, so my avoidance should be a little higher even. This is what I used to do in classic vanilla to make money. I was a miner on my rogues. I had mining. Or my rogue singular. Rogue wasn't really good enough to merit having multiples, in my opinion. And I would just buy a full inventory worth of dark iron ore off the auction house. And then I'd come over here. This is the Black Forge. It's the only place you can turn dark iron ore into dark iron bars. And that's just like a trade good that's needed for a handful of different crafting things. But people really didn't want to bother going into Blackrock Depths to get that crafting done. So they'd pay a premium, you know, to buy the dark iron bar rather than the ore. So I'd fill up my inventory with literally as much dark iron ore as I could carry. And then I'd come in here, I'd smelt it all, and then I'd hearth out, and I'd sell it for a markup. You know, profit per bar. Okay, we got the core fragment, now we're going into molten core. How much did that net you? It would depend on the market, exactly like how much I was gaining. But, like, I mean, on good days, that was like a 50% markup. On bad days, it was like a 20% markup. I'd say that's a fair range. Yeah, you had to... Not only did you have to go to that specific forge, you couldn't do it at any other forge. You needed to complete a quest and turn in some, like, other materials and rare gems to an NPC, and only then would you be able to learn how to smelt dark iron. Remember it not being too good, still gold is... But, like, think about it. If it's 20 to 30, you know... Even if, let's just say it's a 20% markup, I fill up my entire inventory with hundreds of dark iron ore. And then I go in and smelt it all, and it takes me 10 minutes to fly from Ironforge, going to Blackrock Depths. Well, no, the literal smelting part takes longer, so maybe this is like 20 minutes. And then you come back out and you sell it all. And then, like, you're good. Like, it's pretty minimal effort. So that gold then funded my ability to buy hundreds and hundreds of elemental water and elemental earth. That was the next phase of turning nothing into something in classic World of Warcraft. I bought hundreds and hundreds of elemental earth and elemental water in phase 1 before anyone really cared about any of those. I was also buying randomly enchanted greens of nature resistance and randomly enchanted greens of frost resistance, particularly the cloth items and the ring items. And the reason for all this is, like, you buy it in phase 1 when no one's really thinking about it a couple phases down the line when they're gonna want it. Ahn'Qiraj, Temple of Ahn'Qiraj rolls around. Everyone wants a bunch of fucking nature protection potions. Sell all the elemental earth. Those are required for nature protection potions. Boom. Big money, like 10x the amount of money I invested into it, but you have to hold it for a long time. So, like, you know, there's when you make investments, it's like you have to consider how long you have to hold the investment for it to mature, and then, like, what the percentage return you're getting is. Okay, we had 2 enemies there we needed to kill. We have killed them. We gotta do, it looks like a full rebuff, really. We don't need our Swiftness of Zanza anymore. We're gonna go back to Mighty Fortitude, Mighty Agility, Scroll Buff, Gift of the Wild, Drums of Forgotten Kings, Rune Scroll of Fortitude, and we'll refresh the duration of the food buff, too. We got Instant Poison Life Ward, Deadly Poison Life Ward. We got a Heroism card here. the rest of our gear is fairly normal. There's nothing special about the rest of it, just the enchants on the weapons and one trinket. This is probably not even necessary, but I like it. So yeah, I mean, the elemental earth turns into nature protection potions. The greens of nature resistance are like everyone's freaking out thinking they're going to need a whole bunch of nature resist for Huhuran. And those things are hard to come by. Like, you just accumulate them over a long period of time, and then all of a sudden they're in demand, and it's a huge price spike. Literally, like, 100x your investment on a lot of those items. Distract him here. Throw and engage quickly. Trying to spend my energy, but I can't. Because I have so much. Faint will reduce the damage I take from this living bomb by 50%. So it's really no problem. This we have to run away from. I'm going to cloak this. And, oh, a health stone. Okay, well, whatever. I didn't really mean to health stone. I was thinking about probably doing bandage. I'm going to do another evasion. Full expose armor. Slice and dice. Faint. Reduce the damage from this living bomb. It's another faint. Oh, yeah, we got the faint off. Okay. We took some extra damage ticks, but we really needed to actually make that faint happen. So we didn't take too much from the explosion. Gotta get expose armor back up. Oh, shoot, I even forgot. We have Mighty Fire Protection Potion. Do I actually have that? Never mind, I don't actually have that. Mighty Fire Protection Potion is actually a big help on this boss. I'm gonna cloak this one. It absorbs like 5,000 fire damage or something, and this guy deals exclusively fire damage to you, so it's kind of a big deal to have those. So if you're struggling on this boss, and you know, it's not as easy as I'm making it look, you definitely want to go for Mighty Fire Protection Potion. You can drink one before you engage the boss, and then if you drink one before, you can also drink one after. Oh shit. During. Okay, we got him. I got a little bit distracted, but yeah, we got the boss, obviously. Are you in Chow GDKP Discord? I don't know what Chow GDKP Discord is. Okay. So, probably no megahertz. Okay, prediction. Will Geddon Binding drop? 2% believers, 98% doubters. That is actually pretty close to the drop odds of this item. I believe it's supposed to be 3%. Okay, there. Now we're going to close prediction. Oh, no, now it's too high. Guys, it was supposed to be 3%. Wait, let's look it up on Wowhead. What even is the drop chance, according to Wowhead? Baron Geddon. %? Huge. Okay, what's it gonna be, you guys? Essence of Fire, Heart of Fire, Lawbringer, Seal of the Archmages, but one more page. We're gonna loot the Fiery Core. We can sometimes sell those. It ain't it. That's not it. That's not what we were looking for here, okay? We were trying to get the binding, okay? Prediction. Start prediction. Will Garr binding drop? Okay, new prediction. Moving on. Don't worry about that last prediction, you guys. Focus on the next prediction. The prediction about the Garr binding. Now, for this one, I'm going to put my drums and my scrolls onto my action bar because this boss is capable of dispelling my magical buffs. And if I lose my agility buff, my Gift of the Wild, or my King's buff, it greatly reduces my ability to mitigate incoming damage because it lowers my dodge chance and it lowers my armor, which is a problem. So I want to have them on my action bar so that if they get dispelled, I can quickly reapply them. Megert says they made in the Chow GDKP Discord, they made a super toxic gatekeeping post in their Brain Check channel about how average players aren't welcome. Well, you know what? Their organization, their Discord, their runs, if they want to do that, you know, fine. You know? That does sound pretty toxic, though. Every time a binding doesn't drop, that just means the next one is more likely. That's what the reversion to the mean is. True. Can emote food be used for this purpose? What purpose? Oh, yeah, if you had a bunch of trash magical buffs that you didn't care about, that would absolutely be good, because that, like, every time it dispels a buff from you, it dispels a random one of your magical buffs. So if you have a bunch of trashy ones that you don't care about, you know, you might get those dispelled instead of the ones you do care about. We're going to do the same trick we did with Attumen, which is drinking the indestructible potion and then logging out. So we're going to let the indestructible potion timer tick down a little bit while we're offline. The potion cooldown will tick down, but the buff duration will not. So we're going to be on the character screen for 30-40 seconds, and then we're going to come back in, and we'll have the benefit of, like, a big potion buff, but only, like, this much... Sorry. A big potion buff, but only, like, this much potion cooldown. Old tech. Yeah, I know. I know about the Juju... the Juju fire resistance, the Juju frost resistance, the Juju this and that, all those winter spring buffs you could just load your buff bar with. Yeah, this rogue is pretty well geared. We got Soul Devouring Cinch today, which that's huge. Really big upgrade for this character. Okay, let's log back in. I'll show the gear after the boss attempt. But we're on a little bit of a timer here to make this happen. Okay. First phase of this boss, we gotta kill all of the Firesworn. That's what's important. And I'm watching my buffs. Keep up Slice and Dice. Evasion's about to fade. We'll hit a little Ghostly Strike. And then we'll hit the next evasion right afterwards. Evasion. The Anti-Magic Pulse is coming. I'm going to try to cloak for this. And hopefully that gives me good odds to resist the Dispel effect. Okay, now we're on to basically single target mode. Okay, that's looking good, I would say. Put up a Ghostly Strike. Now it's me and Garr. No more Firesworns to worry about. Anti-Magic Pulse, we just lost our Kings. Refresh that. Slice and Dice, we've already lost our Agility buff and I missed it. Refresh that. Do our Ghostly Strike. We left that off cooldown for a little while. You want to use Ghostly Strike and Repost as often as possible. They're your best abilities. By far. Did we lost our scroll buff again? Let's see. We lost the defensive potion. I think because we're near the end of the fight that the healing potion is going to provide more value than another armor potion. How are we looking on our buffs? They're looking mostly good. Holy crap, we just took a lot of damage, though. We got some unlucky crits, I think. Getting crit, that is. But we got the boss down. Nice. Nice. Easy. Easy binding. You're right, guys? Easy binding. Begin our quest for Thunderfury. Prediction. We got a lot more believers on the Garr binding. 16% believers. Gonna close predictions in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End submissions. This is it, guys. Wait. You know what I haven't done immediately before looting any of these bosses before? Oh, yeah, okay. Gar's definitely gonna drop the binding this time. Oh, we're gonna get our first piece of the Thunderfury binding today. Oh, yeah. For sure. This is gonna happen. For sure. Lava Core. Let's go. Giant Stalker Helm. Flamewaker Leg Plates. Circlet of Prophecy. There's another page of loot, dude. It's the binding. It's the binding for sure. It's not the binding. Yikes, dude. Yikes. Next week for sure. That's true. Next week for sure. That's right. We'll get it next week. Absolutely. What the hell? How do I get out of here if my Hearthstone is on cooldown? Okay, we're gonna go kill Shazra while we wait for the Hearthstone cooldown to end. And then we'll probably get, like, a rare enchanting recipe that we can sell for lots of gold. Wait. Promote to raid leader. Leave party. Okay. Teleported to the nearest graveyard, which I think... Yeah, that's Thorium Point. That's actually insane. Okay, but we're gonna kill Shazra first. Trust me. We're gonna teleport to the graveyard one way or another, guys. Either through Shazra killing us... Wait. Oh, wait, we aggroed. Okay, it's fine. This boss, hella easy. Cloak. Okay, we don't have enough time to kill the boss. Is it still gonna teleport me when I'm mid-combat? any class and you want to come to Tempest Keep, the Rod of the Sun King is going to be hard reserved, but the mount's going to be open roll. We're going to try to do this with 8 to 10 people, should be plenty. Feel free to whisper, Simonize 2. Oh, we got a healer already. Excellent. Gonna ask in guild chat, and if we don't have enough people from stream and guild chat, I can ask in trade chat. These aren't Ulduar hard modes where you need to, like, have parse checks and bullshit. You know, we're just gonna go in and we're gonna blast.
I am listening.
Frost Decay. Okay, wait, this is not the way to Tempest Keep. I was just autopiloting. I was just autopiloting my way to Ulduar. Honestly. This is the way to Tempest Keep. Shatrith City. What you could also do, XIUHX, is if you join the Discord and you post in the log review channel, there's often helpful people there that can... Wait, did I not invite this guy? I thought I invited this guy. There we go. There's often helpful people in the log review channel that can, you know, take a look at your logs and see if they can check out for any specific mistakes. Don't you have a 52 teleporter? Not on this character, I don't. I actually have... I don't have it on my main either. I had the Gnomish teleporter for basically all of TPC. And then when I switched to Goblin for Wrath to be able to use the Sappers, I never made the other teleporters. Okay, so we're gonna have to looking for group. Create listing, raids, not Wrath of the Lich King raids, Burning Crusade raids, Tempest Keep. Looking for more. Tempest Keep. Kael'thas only. Mount open roll. Rod of the Sun King, hard reserve. Let's see. Buff cap, Timbits, Mama DK. I think we've got tanking and healing covered. Need going with 8 to 10 players. Need DPS healing. Or tanking. Yeah, if I just need all, then who cares? List group. There we go. Post in LFG. Wait, we're not in a raid group. Convert to raid. There we go. I am listed in... Am I not? I don't think I'm listed in the raid section. Tempest Keep. Okay. There we go. All right, we'll give us a try here. Oh, Lord Beerus, you say 7-1 in your sealed thing. Win next round, and it should be a nice spot for top 8. Yeah, that's 8 rounds in. You said it was, what, 10 rounds? You were looking for an 8-2 record? You basically got 2 chances to get that W. You're gonna have to carry with the MC dagger? Yeah. Don't worry about it, though. I figured last time I did this, I figured out a good strategy for that. And the strategy is when Kael'thas comes up and he's like potential to mind control people, I just run out of line of sight and idle until the mind control happens. If I'm out of line of sight of Kael'thas, when the mind control happens, he can't choose me. And then I can go around and shiv everyone that is mind controlled by using the legendary dagger, and it'll be great. Kanchu, how's it going? How's it going? You enjoying your Horn of Argent Fury these days, or what? Wait, I should probably go to the Summoning Stone, not zoning into the raid directly. What do you need for TK? Anyone. If you got a level 80 Benediction Alliance character, send a Whisper to Simonize too. What we need is a couple more warm bodies. Yeah, we're summoning all the DK bots right now. What is the minimum Parson gear score requirement? I don't know if your character's powerful enough. I mean, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. I'm not actually doing parse checks for this Tempest Keep raid. Oh, shit, we got Vibe? Hell yeah, dude. He's got a lot of priests. I think this is the one that has Valinir. We had so many runs in this guild that were 1 fragment runs. We completed our first Valinir this week. On week 12. We currently have 7 people, 2 healers. Probably actually want like 1 more DPS. Sugar totems? Oh my god, that sounds like a shaman. Hell yeah. Okay, let's go. This comp is great. I've got King's Drum and Mark of the Wild Drum. We'll be fine, I think. Let's go! Okay, Rod of the Sun King, hard reserved. Mount and everything else, open roll. It's coming to X&M 10-man tonight, Simon. No. Oh, Sugar Totems is... The 10-man I was going to do yesterday was the one that got canceled. And they postponed it to tonight, but late tonight is not a good time for me, so I'm not gonna be able to make it. What is this guy's name? Process Control. We're all in here. We gotta get our Tricks of the Trade macro set properly. There we go. And King's Drum. And Drums of the Wild. Excellent. Everyone's ready? Okay. I was debating about bringing my shaman instead. A warlock would be nice in case there's any other pugs. Listen, the more people we invite, the more people roll on the mount, okay? Just, like, let's be real here. King Valinir heal. I love it when there's a bunch of bubbles that pop up on everyone. It's just like, yup, Valinir is happening. That's what's going on. Like, I was able to do this with 10 trade chat pugs in phase 1. And it's like, I think our team is a little bit above average compared to trade chat pugs, and now it's phase 2. So it's like, yeah, we'll do it with 8. No doubt. And plus, we've got 4 Death Knights, which are a hero class, which means they're better than the other classes. Like, they're just insane. Kanchu says his music hypes you up for some level 80 Tempest keep? Hell yeah. Okay, we'll go this way. Everyone else is going this way. Good, good, good. Oh, knockback. 3 enemies? These guys mana burn, I think. Nice. No one got knocked down into the Falconers down there. Skipping Alar. Stupid boss anyways. Yeah, we're just pulling all of this. Wait, they're immune to poison. Bro, I can't envenom them. Oh my god. Are they all immune to poison? Yes. They're all immune to poison. God, don't you guys love Burning Crusade mechanics? Where some mobs are just randomly immune to essential functions of your class? Big fan of knives for some good threat transfer there. Tricks of the trade into the tank. I just love it when all the numbers pop up on my screen at once. I'm a simple man. You show me a bunch of yellow numbers on the screen, I get a dopamine hit in my brain. We went into Sunwell Plateau on my DK to see what I could solo. First robot immune to diseases. You just left. Yeah, that's about what I would do too. If I walked up and it's like, oh, Yeah, never mind about that. Oh shit, we got another vortex? I've listed those on the auction house so many times and they never sell. And you just lose auction house deposit each time you list it. What the? Wait, oh, my hand was off by one button on the keyboard. I was mispositioned. I was pressing a bunch of weirdo buttons. Let's see, are these deadly and instant? Okay, I've got the correct poisons on. Just wanted to double check, make sure that was 100%. Okay. Use Lust when Kael'thas comes out. I'll use the Dagger to clear mind controls. Okay. Ready check. I think we're good here, really. Everyone's ready? Here we go.
Energy. Power.
My people are addicted to it. A dependence made manifest after the Sunwell was destroyed.
Welcome to the future. A pity you are too late to stop it. No one can stop me now. Salama Ashalanore.
Tricks of the Trade the Tank. Thaladred the Darkener activating in 8 seconds. How long do you think it's going to take Thaladred to deactivate?
4, 3,
Not long, probably.
1.
Ooh, I don't know if he has the capability of killing me. He might. I ran away just to be safe.
Persevered against some of my best advisors.
Capernian's going to be interesting as we have 0 range DPS.
4,
So it's just going to be a bunch of melee running at Capernian, hoping they don't get fucking exploded. Not going to use my human racial here. I'm going to use it for when all the ads spawn together.
Capernian will see to it that your stay here is a short.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, we didn't resist that. Unlucky, and we're slowed. Wait, Fireball. I thought he was going to do another Arcane Burst. I was, like, preemptively running away.
Even worthy to test your
Okay, we're fine, we're fine.
to my master engineer, Telemachus.
2, 1.
Okay, we finally got Hunger for Blood up.
As you see, I have many weapons in my arsenal.
Tricks of the Trade. Oh, wow, the heal from the Infuser went off. That's on me, really. Well, actually, literally all the Death Knights can interrupt, too. It's as much my fault as it is their fault. Infinity Blades. We got them. Infinity Blade, instant poison, and now we have to actually put Shiv on our action bar. There we go. Not even using Warp Slicer. Yikes. Fucking Mutilate spec can't use Warp Slicer. But we have an important job, which is hiding behind the pillar until everyone gets mind controlled, and then we go out and save the day. This fight is kind of cool. I like this design. There's like these super powerful legendary items that you get only for this fight. And the effect of the Infinity Blade is an essential part. It does two things. It applies a stacking debuff to the target that stacks up to 25% increased magical damage taken, which is massive. And then it also makes it so whenever I attack one of my teammates when they're mind controlled, it dispels the mind control.
It would be unfair to make you fight all 4 advisors at once.
4, 3,
Aria says, "Hey Simon, I really enjoy your content." Well, welcome to the stream, and I'm glad to hear that. I've got to try at least a little bit on this part now. Okay, that guy's dead. That guy's dead. There's 2 left. Sanguinar. We got rid of the difficult ones. Oh, we're feared again. That's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. We're about to get to the most advanced strategy of this entire fight. And you can see here how useful I am being to my team. And we just wait for the mind control to go out. And then we jump into action. I'm going to put this on an easier to access button.
This was child's play.
Okay. Scotty for another day. We're going to figure out what we can do with Scotty on another day, if we can solo him or not. I'm going to say, we've been streaming for a while. I'm going to call it, I got a rumbling in my tummy. Okay, I got to go eat some food. So, thank you guys for being here, and thank you so much for all the support you guys give me. Really, I could not do this without you guys, and love having you around when I'm hanging out playing some World of Warcraft. Can you shout out Mackie G's, your mom? She's been paying my bills for the longest time. Yeah, well, shout out to Mackie G's mom. Hell yeah. Now, normally we have a Sunday stream, a 25-man GTKP, but this week is the Easter holiday in the United States, so and that's tomorrow, Sunday. So we got nothing for Sunday, but we're going to postpone that run to Monday. And that's going to be around the same time as this stream started, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, noon Eastern Standard Time, to be clear. And that's going to be a 25-man GTKP. We'll take Simon 3 to that run, and see what happens, see what loot drops, see what we can afford, maybe get a payout, maybe something cool. Now, let's find, not on Discord, let's find someone else on Twitch that we can raid. See if there's anyone else doing cool World of Warcraft stuff that I can send you guys to. We got Lottie going, we got Criteria. Just trying to think, who haven't we hosted most recently? I think we haven't hosted Criteria for a while. Let's see what he's up to. If he's doing something cool, we'll host Criteria.
So dumb.
Yeah, Freya? I wonder how many times they wiped in this raid, because I wiped in my raid on Freya a couple of times. The boss soloing spec is in the Discord, yeah. Now, Criteria does play Mage, and I like, guys, I understand if you don't want to watch a blue bar class, but trust me, Criteria is a cool dude. You can even ask him, to show you guys a hat. I know he has a cool hat. Let's get this raid going.
It's good.
Host the old man Mage.
As it is for like Arcane or Warlocks or something like that. Like if you have either.
Alright, let's send the raid through.
You know, it's something like, depends on your gear, but it's something like a 50 to 80 DPS increase for fire for scale. And so it's not. It's just, yeah, it's huge. But oh, dude, the double raid today. My God. Assemble.
Damn, Harris really won.
Simonize, thank you so much, dude. How are you, good friend?
Do the gladiator button.
It's a double raid day, guys. Welcome everyone from Simonize. Show hat. I can show a hat. I do have a hat. I also just shaved my head.
Alright,
Thank you guys for the follows, Simon. Cheers. Thank you so much. We're running around doing a world tour, re-grabbing all of the items, all the sigils that I forgot to grab. As one does, you know, when you're too busy reading chat and everything. Cheers.